What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman and Ben Rasa here for Awesemo.com, and we are back with the breakfast menu served up by BetMGM. If you're ready to turn big plays into paydays, now is the time to do so. You can get a risk-free bet of up to $1,000 using the promo code Awesemo. Just make a deposit, place your first wager. If the bet loses, you'll receive that amount of the wager back in free bets. You could register now and go all in on the action at the King of Sportsbooks. Offer is valid in Colorado, Indiana, Iowa, Michigan, Nevada, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, Washington, D.C., and West Virginia. Terms and conditions apply. And everybody, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. I hope you guys are watching this every day because I cleaned my plate again, hit all three bets that I gave you guys yesterday. Rangers won outright as sizable underdogs. It's going really good. Absolutely perfect. Now I just have to clean my plate with golf picks today. Not feeling all that great, but it would be pretty cool if it happened.
It'd be very cool. And yeah, now we're on my home turf. I feel a little more comfortable talking golf than baseball. Very solid work by you. I tailed the Rays last night. They got it done. And you had a couple strips of bacon on that. But I'm excited. I've got some good plays here for a new course at Caves Valley, a place we have not seen in Baltimore. 70-man field. Do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
I'll go second.
Okay. I'm going to get things started here. Like I said, non-cut, all the best players in the world. You're going to get some good prices. And listen, this guy has been a pain point for a lot of people, including me, all season. He did not break through, but he came out of nowhere sort of to win at Wells Fargo after a ridiculous miscut at the Masters. 28-1 on Rory McIlroy. That is 28-1 on Rory McIlroy. I honestly could pass it right back to you, and I think it would be justified. There's not much to say. He is still Rory McIlroy. That is a number we don't see. Then you add in it's a smaller field, and Patrick Reed is not playing, so it's really only 69 golfers.
Nice.
It's Rory. Yeah, you see what I did there? Par 72 should just dismantle these par 5s. There's some short par 4s. I'm not even digging into the stats. I mean, the irons were good. They were very, very bad last week. I'm hoping that's a blip on the radar. It's the simple fact that anytime I'm going to get Rory McIlroy at 28-1, I'm going to take it. If it's a non-cut, that's even better.
You were right. You could have threw that right to me. I wouldn't have really had anything to add to that. I think I'm in a similar boat, although this guy doesn't have the sort of name cachet that Rory does, but 35-1 on Daniel Berger. Had a rough week with the putter at Northern Trust, led to a T56, but prior to that, top 10s in 3 out of his last 4. He's got 8 top 10s in 2021, including the win at Pebble. It's going to take a complete weekend to win. I tend to try to look for individual stats that are a bit more of a priority. It does seem like iron play is a little more important here, but ultimately, this is as strong a field as you're really going to see. You need to go out there and play 4 good rounds. It's going to be really hard to be the ultimate winner here if you don't have a solid 72. So I am leaning a little bit more on the iron play. That is my theme for my picks, and that works pretty well for Berger because he's one of the best iron players in the world, 7th in strokes gained in the approach this year. 2020 looking like a little bit of an outlier for his around the green game. That really catapulted him to the tippy top. It's come down a little bit, but if he can channel last year's Berger, I think he's in contention on Sunday. And at 35-1, I'm willing to take a little, that's a pretty good number given a 68 golfer field.
His irons have been just straight ridiculous, no doubt about it. I prefer him more on a par 70 Bermuda, but he's still such a good player.
Sure.
That I get where you're coming from. And yeah, he just couldn't putt last week. So I think you're getting a pretty good number because of a 56th place finish. That means nothing. He lost 6 strokes putting at the Northern Trust. That's not something we're really going to deal with. Okay. Big drop off from Rory for me. I'm taking some bigger shots, almost a bigger number than my outright. A top 5 at 23-1 in this field for Max Homa. Max Homa's been a guy all year, a lot of miscuts, but when you get him right, you get him really right, and he tends to pay off in a big way. We've seen that several times, dating back to Memorial. He was 6th. He was 6th at Valspar. He won at Genesis. Top 10 at Pebble, as you just mentioned, with Berger. It hasn't been good lately, but at the same time, he's lost strokes putting in 5 straight. That hasn't helped. Everything else is just blah. The thing that stood out to me with Max Homa, 1, is when you get him right, you really get paid off. 2, the courses that I liked in comparison to Caves Valley, Memorial, Muirfield Village, which he had his best finish basically of the summer there. And Quail Hollow, which is his site of his first win at Wells Fargo a couple years ago. Driver heavy. That's where we differ. I think this is a driver heavy course where you can really take advantage off the tee. Max Homa can do that. So if we get the best version of him in the short game, 23 to run in a non-cut top 7, a 70-man field again, I'm willing to do that. And you're getting, it's worth a sprinkle because at 23 to 1, it's an outright payout for a lot of other guys.
Yeah. I did not look that deep into. Yeah, that's a deep cut. That is a deep cut. I'm not nearly as deep. I'm very surface level here. Top 10 plus 350 for Hideki Matsuyama. Similar outcome for Berger last week. He finished tied for 43rd. Didn't really play bad. He didn't have like a really negative stat. He just wasn't able to go ultra low. He has 4 top 10s this year with the obvious win at the Masters. If you could win at Augusta, you can win anywhere, especially if you're someone like Decky, who's also a high-end player. It's not just some sort of like fluky green jacket. Took a step backwards a little bit in comparison to his incredible 2020, but I think he's still one of the 20 best golfers on the planet. If he could wrangle the putter, which is a bit of an issue every single week, I expect him to be live on the weekend. The thing with Decky is I think he's either going to have a very good chance to win or not be around that top 10 number. And that's fine with me because whether he finishes 11th or 41st, I don't care. I still lose this bet. But I don't think like his middle range is all that big. He's either in contention to win this bad boy or I don't think that he's even remotely close.
I almost bet him at 45 to 1 to win the tournament. Good around the green player. He just needs the putter. His irons will be fine. They were off last week, but yeah, I get why you're going there. I see some Augusta. I really do in this course, and we'll see. It's a new course. For all of that, if you're looking for the full breakdown, Wednesday night live before lock, me and Eric Lindquist, we'll be talking about this course in depth. All right, you thought I went deep there. I think I went even deeper for my final bet, top 10, 12 to 1. My good friend Aaron Wise, who another pain point all year. It got so bad he has switched putters. He is now going with the broomstick because literally it could not get worse. He improved to lose 1.7 strokes putting last week at the Northern Trust, and he came in 21st. I think that honestly shows how well he's striking. He gained over 4 strokes off the tee there. This is a guy that he is just a putting performance away. And in a field like this, he's a very good scorer. That 21st last week, honestly, was somewhat of a raw deal. He played very, very well. So at 12 to 1, just to find the first page of the leaderboard, I'm going to back that. I think this tournament, of course, is going to be probably duped out by the elites of the field, but there will be a couple guys who make a move. We saw that last week. We're going to see that this week. Aaron Wise surprised a lot of people this week and gets in contention.
Well, if you'd like to talk about guys that are just a putter away from being in contention, we might as well keep this one going with your boy, Emiliano Grillo, plus 333 to top 20. Has not closed out 2021 in style, missed 5 of his last 7 cuts, including last week at the Northern Trust. But kind of a shame. He was in the midst of his best year since that 2018 campaign where it looked like he learned how to putt. Grillo fits my theme of iron players. Obviously, if he's going to fail, it's not going to be because of the approach game. It's going to happen because he's going to lose a stroke or more per round with the putter. When he gains with the putter, he can win any event in the world. The last 3 events where he gained a half stroke per round with the putter saw him finish tied for 8th at Charles Schwab, tied for 14th at Wells Fargo, and T2 at Heritage. Like, if he just even sniffs a decent putting day, he's in great shape. The putter will be everything. There's no momentum here whatsoever. Could not really be playing much worse, but I like the underlying skill set. And I get him at plus 333 to just be in the top 20. I also did put a very, very, very minimal amount on Grillo to win this outright.
Oh my God.
Plus 15,000, I think.
Yeah, that sounds... what's there to say? I'm not going to dive into Grillo. His around the green game is awful. His putter is worse. He's going to have to mask both of those by hitting so many greens in regulation that it's off the charts. That's his only out. Yep. Could do worse. Again, top 20, you're only beating. There's not that many players, so he'll have opportunities, and you still get a 3 to 1 payout. I know it doesn't seem like much when we're talking 23 to 1 and 30 to whatever. 3 to 1, sign me up any day of the week for cash and tickets of that caliber. So 3 up, 3 down for each of us. We'll see what Caves Valley produces.
Yes, we will. Absolutely. So once again, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, notification bell, all that good stuff. Check out all the DFS golf content that we have. No Jason Roslin this week, new father. So congrats to him. So you and Eric have been churning it out. Anything else you want to plug before we get out of here? Because we're going back to baseball, I assume, tomorrow.
Yeah, just stay tuned to the breakfast menu and everything at Awesemo Odds. College football kicks off this Saturday, so make sure you are following the Awesemo Odds channel, our Betting You podcast, and everything in between. We're going to have slate breakdowns, best bets, and DFS plays for you. I cannot wait to get started.
I don't know if you know this off the top of your head. What's the best game this weekend?
So it's not a great, it's a 5-game slate on Saturday. Okay. We get things started in the Big Ten, though. You got Illinois and Nebraska. Pretty solid game. And from a betting standpoint, you don't want to miss this because bad games mean ample opportunity to create value.
There we go, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Good luck on your bets. I hope you're tailing us. This is the breakfast menu served up by BetMGM.